I approach the freeway exit, the off-ramp that I always do on my way home, and as usual, there is a homeless man there. They range from the truly homeless, looking like they have been living outside for a long time, to the merely drunk and lazy. But this gentleman looked like he was truly struggling. And so I reached into the back seat where I keep a bag of expired protein bars. I like to go to the swap meet and buy expired protein bars because normally, protein bars are like candy bars that taste crappy. So if they're a little old and they're a little stale, they taste a little crappier. No big deal, right? But occasionally I get batches of them that are a little on the stale part, a little too stale. But if I was hungry and starving, I'd still eat them. So I put them in the car to give out to people that have signs that say I'm hungry. So this guy had a sign that he was hungry. So it was a red light. Reached in the back, grabbed a handful of protein and granola bars, and I handed it to this guy. And he looks at me in this dirty face, and he's like, "Oh man, thanks, man. Hey, do you have any blankets? Somebody stole my blankets." And I remembered how freaking cold it's been the last few days, and I remember thinking, oh my god, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh my gosh, I do. I have a bag in the back that I bring to the beach. It's got like an old airline blanket in it. So I'm like, it's kind of like a stale red light. So I get out of my car, run into the back, grab the blanket, come out, and hand him this blanket. And as I'm handing it to him, kind of like, I'm hurrying because, there's traffic going on, the light's now green, But I think that people probably can see what I'm doing, I'm handing a blanket to a homeless guy. But somebody starts going, "Ah, ah, 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 ah." And it was amazing how quickly my warm heart turned cold. I spun around and gave the finger, and what I realized was I gave the finger to somebody who was not honking at me. And so I went from being in the middle of this pure loving act to being part of the problem like that. And it was like, ugh. Still got a long way to go. But at least that guy has a blanket and some granola bars, and some stranger got flipped off for no reason. So, and if I ever see that stranger again, or if he watches this, I'm sorry. I did not mean to add anger and negativity into your day. That was not cool. Not what I meant to do. And I've got a stale granola bar for you if you want it.
You only live once. Enjoy the color.